So when we're looking into the news, Newcastle United, generous and tempting offer for Jesse Lingard. The offer under consideration. Manchester United would be able to make around 12 million for the sale. I think Manchester United need to let Jesse go. I think it's best for Jesse's career. Would I say Newcastle's the best option for Jesse? I'd say West Ham was where he'd fit in really well and, kind of blew the Premier League apart back end of last season. In terms of Newcastle United, of course, under Eddie Howe, we've seen a number of shapes. At the moment, we're kind of seeing a bit of a 4-3-3 shape with Joe Linton playing kind of as a box-to-box midfielder, getting into those attacking midfield positions. So Maximum wide left and Ryan Fraser being supported by Kieran Trippier. What they're trying to do at the moment is get a lot of crosses in from the right-hand side, from Fraser and from Kieran Trippier, two players that can deliver the ball really well. They've got potential in the Premier League. They've got assist records. They've got big chance records in terms of creation over a number of different seasons. In terms of that, obviously, Chris Wood is the focal point. He's someone that they're going to be playing to. And I feel like with Newcastle right now, Joe Linton's been fantastic in this aggressive box-to-box role, but throwing in a proper second striker in a Jesse Lingard, I think will massively, massively help them in an attacking sense. Jesse's a player that doesn't massively get drawn to the ball. He's a player that likes to attack the space and carry. And I feel like when you look at someone like a Max Cornet at Burnley that played with Chris Wood at the start of the season, up next to him, but kind of having that free role to drift around and get on the ball in deep areas and kind of be free. And I think that's a big part of why Burnley have been quite good this season, has been the use of Max Cornet and Chris Wood as a pairing. Chris Wood might not has not scored the goals this season, but the partnership with Cornet has been very, very good. And I feel that's something that Newcastle could do with Wood and Lingard. Wood is someone that's going to provide the physical dominance, in a sense. Won 4 out of his 6 aerial duels in the 3-3 draw with Crystal Palace, grabbed himself a goal. But he opened up the space for Max Cornet. And we could see with Max Cornet at Burnley, drifted left, drifted right. That's something I feel Jesse Lingard will do at Newcastle United. And I think the big thing with Jesse is that we know that he can get to a level. We take his performances last season. A lot has been spoke about this, and I think it's a massive, massive shame that Jesse's not played football this season. Look how many benches there are there. So many benches, just a real lack of minutes for Jesse Lingard. And we do take the back end of the season as a prime example of what Jesse can do in confidence, in form. In his first 7 games for West Ham United, scored himself 5 goals and grabbed himself 2 assists, directly involved in a goal per game. And that's playing either, as a number 10 in a 4-2-3-1 behind a Mikel Antonio. See that drifting as well. See that similarity between Jesse's heat map there and Max Cornet's heat map. In terms of these, they like to start centrally, move wide and get on the ball. Goal and assist against Arsenal. Fantastic performance. Linked the counter-attack. Got into really good areas in the box as well. And that's what Jesse could do in that position. Or alternatively, we've seen Jesse play in a back 3 system as well. Let's quickly grab one of those against Wolves. Similar thing with I think this switched to a back 3, or this was more of a back 3. Masuaku was a left wing back. Cresswell tucked in with Diop and Dawson, but it was Lingard and Fornells playing in those attacking midfield areas. Jesse a little bit more left-sided. So we could see that with Newcastle. Jesse providing that type of quality, as we mentioned, either starting as a kind of a number 10 behind Chris Wood, drifting to either flank to support the likes of St. Maximan or Ryan Fraser. Again, that kind of like delivery from the right-hand side would probably mean Jesse might drift a little bit more to the left with the shape as well, with Dummett maybe playing left back to provide like a three-man base. We could see sort of an asymmetrical setup for Newcastle United, with Fraser's kind of sitting a little bit inside right, a little bit closer to the wing to get the crosses into the box. Trippier on the overlap. Lingard linking with Alan St. Maximan. I think Alan St. Maximan is a great player to get people near. Jesse's a great player that's, when you put players near Jesse, things come off. 1-2s, shots on goal, counter-attacking situations. And I think providing that for Newcastle going forward is massively going to, help their build-up. This looks like a very modern build-up as well. Back 3, 2 defensive midfielders and a nice front 5 attackers. Like, I think if I'm Newcastle United, if I'm Eddie Howe, I'm getting that done as soon as possible. I'm paying whatever United want for this. If it is 12 million quid, as we saw there, definitely worth it. To have someone that can kind of link that attack. I think looking in the squad, other players that can play that role. Obviously, you have the likes of Joelinton, who's been so scrappy in front of goal. You could throw Joe Willock there, but they don't have the same skill set, I think, as Jesse, as someone that's a good ball carrier, in and out possession, that can get himself into, positions inside left and will look to get shots on goal. Add something else to Newcastle attack. We saw Alan Saint-Maximin, cutting in from the left-hand side and getting the first goal in the game against Watford that was really good with that similar move. And I just think it makes a lot of sense. I think Almiron maybe someone that could play something similar to that. But I just don't think he's got the same output. I don't think he's got the same quality in front of goal, which, Lingard showed last season in the Premier League. We've never seen Almiron do that. And, the back end of this season is going to be really important. Last season, the Premier League, 9 goals and 4 assists in 16 games for Jesse Lingard, and a good run at the back end of the season. Similar to Chris Wood, who went on a goal-scoring run from March till about halfway through April for Burnley. Lingard last season, similar thing. Moves to West Ham from February till about April, went on a run. If if Newcastle United can go on a run in that time, in that period, that's them staying up in the Premier League. And is that worth, signing a 30-year-old and Chris Wood for 25 million and Jesse Lingard maybe for 12 plus the wages for them to stay in the league, to attract the calibre of player that Newcastle want to attract for next season, for the coming seasons? We all know that this money that's coming in is going to improve them in the long term. Having someone like Jesse, a runner in number 10, very much a second striker, a shadow striker, will provide goals. And that's been one of the massive problems of Newcastle this season, is that the lack of ability to create chances, to take chances, to get into goal-scoring positions. And, with the team and how it's been built at the moment, creation on the right-hand side, goal scoring on the left-hand side, Jesse could come in to bail them out. We look at their expected goals ranking this season. Only Burnley have created, a worse at XG. Newcastle's is at 18.1, which is the second worst in the league, ranked 19th in the Premier League. But also, if we just look at the pure goals scored numbers, only scored 20 goals in 20 games, averaging a goal every game, which is poor for a team that has aspirations to compete with a Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, Leicester in the long term. This could be a short-term fix that might get them to the place that they want to go. Guys, let me know what you think in the chat.